Making sure my phone's on silent. I don't want any distraction. This movie has been recommended to me many times over the last couple of years, and I'm excited to finally see it. I'm inclined to believe the people who said it's a great movie. It's probably a great movie. I don't know anything particular about the film other than it involves oil, and anything that involves oil is gonna be... It always ends well, historically speaking. I don't believe this is a true story, but I think it's like based on an event that's based on a person who may or may not have been real. So there's probably like an element of historicalness in the midst of this, but it's a mostly fictional story. That is my understanding. If I'm wrong, thank you for letting me know in the comments. I believe this won 2 Academy Awards for Best Actor and Best Cinematography. I am a sucker for good cinematography and a great performance, so I'm looking forward to experiencing that. By the way, just thank you for being here and watching this video. If you're enjoying these reactions, please hit the like button and make sure you're subscribed so you never miss a video. If you want to support the channel, you can get early access to upcoming YouTube videos as a YouTube channel member. Just click join right down below. And if you want full-length reactions, you can check me out on Patreon, where I have full-length reactions to every video posted on my channel. I don't really like plugging my stuff, so I don't do it as often or as regular as I should. But if you want to support, that's there. But I'm just glad you're here watching this today, and I'm excited to watch the movie with you. So let's do it. Let's experience There Will Be Blood for the very first time. Will there be blood? How much blood are we talking? Honestly, I have questions that'll be answered by watching the movie. $18.98. Ooh, look at there. It's really interesting watching this man out here, down here working alone. Protect your equipment as well. Very nice. Oh man, does he have gloves? I feel like, shoot. Crap. I was ready for it, but I wasn't ready for it. Gave me a jolt. Oh no! Shoot, 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 my guy! I did not see that coming. Is he okay? Do you think he broke his legs? I'm thinking this might represent a day where he had his life changed in multiple ways. 1, possibly a serious injury, but 2, hopefully some kind of discovery that makes it all worth it and overall his life better. Also, I will say, for the setting we're in, the music is a very interesting choice. I really like it. It's like a nice atmospheric drone. They didn't feel the need to put in the Western vibe music. Maybe they will as they go throughout this, I don't know. But I really like the music and the atmosphere they're creating here. 1902. 4 years have passed. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Look at that. I see black stuff running along the walls of this here. How's it smell? Like money? I mean, presumably like oil, but oh no, guys. Oh no. Or maybe that's a great thing. Did they just like start a geyser? Sometimes in life there are happy accidents, and this feels like it may have been one of them. Oh, look at that. Uh-oh. Should you pull that up right now? I don't know anything about this business or what should or shouldn't happen. I won't pretend like I do. It just feels like, should you pull that up right now? Don't worry, kid. Cry now, but it's probably going to set you up for life. Feel bad for this guy a little bit, though. It's a real tough job these gentlemen have. Well, it's at least a dirty job. Ah! And a dangerous one. Oh. A deadly one. I'm sorry. It's just now occurring to me. We are 14 and a half minutes into this movie before the first word is spoken.
That well is now flowing at 2,000 barrels, and it's paying me an income of $5,000 a week.
Dang.
Well, what is your offer?
I run a family business. This is my son and my partner, H.W. Plainview. We offer you the bond of family that very few oil men can understand.
Look, that was very convincing for my 2 cents, which aren't worth 2 cents. I was gonna say it's been a couple years. Look at that kid, 1911. They don't seem interested. Oh, he's just gonna leave.
Where are you going? I don't need the lease, thank you.
I said he was offering you something. Again, knowing nothing, I felt like what he offered was a very generous.
We can have well drilling within 10 days. Your lot is further north from the discovery well up here, and so, well, that means we'll probably have to dig deeper. But I'm prepared to give you a $1,000 bonus on your lot.
Hey,
What kind of royalty are you talking about?
1/6.
I mean, 1/6 of a large sum of money is a large sum of money.
Coming in, boss!
Dang. It sure as heck did. Oh my gosh.
You look for oil.
Finds oil.
If I told you I knew a place that had oil where land could be bought cheaply, what do you think that would be worth? What church do you belong to?
I enjoy all faiths. I don't belong to one church in particular. I like them all. Where are you from?
That would be telling you. That's what I want to sell you.
Smart man.
Do you want to pay me to know
Well,
where
just
it
because
is?
there's something on the ground doesn't mean there's anything beneath it.
Why did Standard Oil buy up land?
How much land they buy?
I'd like it better if you didn't think I was stupid.
I like this guy. He's got a small temperament, but he is clearly intelligent.
Just give me $500 in cash right now and I'll tell you where it is.
You tell me something worth hearing. This money's yours.
The Sunday Ranch is what you're looking for. There's a sheep trail that takes you there.
How many's in your family?
My father and mother and sisters and my brother Eli.
How many sisters do you have?
I love that Little Plainview is right in the mix.
Does any of your family know about the oil that you say is there?
I don't know.
If I travel all the way up there and I find that you've been lying to me, I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna take more than my money back. Is that all right with you?
Yes, sir.
All right.
That's a man who knows he's telling the truth right there. Curious what he meant by what would he do? Is Daniel Plainview a good man, a fair man, a harsh man? I mean, no one likes to be lied to, but at the moment, I like everyone we've met so far. Chex Mix, not sponsored, but delicious.
Are you hunting?
Hunting for quail.
Ooh,
Told there might be a good place to camp up near the Sunday Ranch.
This is the Sunday Ranch. You can camp here.
very kind, generous. I didn't know quail and oil were synonyms, but
My name is Eli.
Yes, you're Eli Sunday.
Welcome.
Eli and Paul probably, I mean, they really do look like they could be brothers, eh?
You're hunting quail?
I think Eli knows. Interesting. This kid, wow, yeah. Wow, there's literally oil coming up from the ground and he found it. That's his claim?
That's earthquake oil. Set loose. What we do is we build a pipeline to Port Hueneme or Santa Paula. It's about 100 miles. And we do a deal with Union Oil. And we don't need the railroads and their shipping costs anymore. Then we're making money. We're making the real money that we should be making.
How much are we gonna pay them?
Who's that?
The Sunday farm?
Oh, I'm not going to give them oil prices. I'll give them quail prices.
Interesting. I hope they end up giving them oil prices.
I believe in plain speaking. I love hunting for quail. My boy's been sick, you know. He needs fresh air. Doctors all say he needs plentiful fresh air.
Your plain speaking, sir, sounds like a lie.
I'd like to offer you $3,700 for this ranch. That's $3,700.
No.
The Lord has sent this man here, Eli.
Eli knows.
What is it that brought you here, sir?
Oh,
The good Lord's guidance.
it was Paul's guidance, actually. You don't even believe in, he may believe in God, but he believes in multiple faiths, so I don't know.
We have oil here. That's worth something.
Oh, do you have someone who can drill for it?
What would you give us for it?
I don't know. What would you like, Eli?
A lot more than $3,700.
$10,000 for my church.
Can they get a 1/6 as well?
If we decide to drill for oil, and if the well begins to produce, I'll give your church a $5,000 signing bonus.
10,000.
Do you want to find someone else that's going to come up here and drill, Eli? How do you feel about this, Abel?
Yes, what Eli says.
Well, good. Let's draw up some contracts.
Good afternoon.
I just bought the Sunday Ranch. Where are the hills behind the Sunday Ranch?
He is a bit of a tycoon. He is hustling. He is making deals. Certainly getting the best deal for himself, which isn't inherently wrong.
That's the Belvins, and that could be got, I'm sure.
Can everything around here be got?
Sure.
Welcome to the town of Plainview, basically, right? Because he just bought certainly the equivalent of a small town. There have been some incredible shots in this movie, by the way. I haven't been pointing them out. I probably should start, but there's been some really interesting ones.
It must be easy when you have such a cute face to carry around with you.
Telling me how handsome my son is?
Well, that I am.
It doesn't hurt. It certainly adds an air of, I don't know, generosity or kindness that may or may not
Make sure
be
you
there.
don't get swindled, boy. Get half what your dad's making.
Honestly, I'm not sure that's a bad idea.
How much money can we make?
A lot.
I don't know. Depends.
On how much quail there are.
Mary said that her father beats her if she doesn't pray.
Mary, she's the smaller one.
I think prayer is very beneficial, but nobody should be beat if they don't pray.
There were a few vacant lots and one holdout.
Ooh, tell me about the holdout.
William Bandy said he'd like to speak with you. He'd like you to come visit with him.
Let him wait. He'll come around. If we do find oil here, this community of yours will not only survive, it will flourish.
Will the new road lead to the church?
That'll be the first place that it leads. Thank you, Eli.
I love this music right here. It's so, I don't know, it's soothing, yet engaging and curious.
You've asked the people to gather round and watch the well begin tomorrow, is that right?
That's right.
I will bless the well. Before you begin, you should introduce me. You'll see me walk up, and then you could say, "The proud son of these hills who tended his father's flock."
That's fine.
It's a simple blessing, Daniel, but an important one.
Just wondering what they're, I don't know. I have concerns about Eli and Daniel. Maybe it's unfounded, but I just have a bad feeling.
Let's forget the speech for this evening. Just make it a simple blessing. I just like to say, God bless these honest labors of ours. And of course, God bless you all.
Oh, he's like, I'll do the blessing myself, which is not so dissimilar to scripture when a king gave a blessing that the priest was supposed to give and it went badly.
Are you happy I came here?
Yes.
Your daddy doesn't hit you anymore, does he? Does he now? No more
Is he-
hitting, right?
Doing his best to take care of her for HW's sake? Or is this just really weird? Both? Saying that in front of her father, too.
Daniel,
What?
lost a man down the well.
Oh, no.
What happened?
Oh. Yeah, that happened. Oh, my gosh, dude.
Where's the body?
They're fishing it out now.
All right.
Also, why are you sleeping on the floor?
Clean him up. Put some clothes on him. And
What?
set up a tent.
You gonna act like you didn't have an oil accident? Like he died in a different way? The musical choice here is very interesting. Certainly creating an edge of suspense and questioning and what exactly are you doing? What exactly is going on?
I felt God's breath move through me, down into my stomach. It sloshed around.
It's a weird sermon, Eli.
You have arthritis, don't you?
Yes, I do, Eli.
Yes, the devil is in your hands and I will suck it out. I have a new way to communicate. It is a gentle whisper. Get out of here, ghost. Get out.
No.
Get out.
Listen to how his new way of speaking his gentle whisper is slowly changing.
And as long as I have teeth, I will bite you. And if I have no teeth, I will gum you.
Yeah, this isn't in the Bible, bro. I thought my church was weird growing up. Nah, man. Is she healed though?
Daniel, this accident could have been avoided.
We
That
need
has
these
something to
men
do
well
with it.
rested to bring in this well. They can't get that if they're up here listening to your gospel.
What did you think of that scene with the arthritis? My gut reaction most of the time, like, I want to root for the church and the small town community here, but I no longer want to root for Eli. I'm still rooting for HW though. Uh-oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, that happened fast. Oh, HW! Wow! Amazing. Yeah, put the fire out. Would be a huge disappointment if all of this here liquid gold burst into flames. I mean, it would be fun to watch, but man, we'd all weep, I think. Oh, gosh. Yo, this kid better be okay. The music here is very enigmatic, eclectic. It's very interesting. It makes me feel energized, but also concerned.
Where does it hurt you?
I can hear my voice.
Is he deaf? No! Which emergency are you gonna tend to, Daniel?
I'll be back in a minute.
See, I was hoping he'd stay with his son. This is a disaster day right here. So, how do you put out an oil fire like this? Yeah, that's just gonna burn for days, right? This, again, another example of a beautiful shot. All these shots are awesome. But I really have enjoyed some of the shots that have like really particular like banding on the edges of the corners of the shot of the image.
What are you looking so miserable about? There's a whole ocean of oil under our feet. No one can get at it except for me.
But you can see the banding on the upper corners there and the bottom left. I love that, what that looks like. I love that. They've done it a couple times in the film. It's a really cool inclusion.
HW okay?
Yeah, go. And you're out here laughing and full of joy. Go tend to your son. This is a family business, more about the business than it is the family. It's in plain view. Sorry. Ish.
That's enough now. That's enough, HW. That's enough.
Yep. This really is awful. I feel so bad for little HW. How are they going to work through this?
Someone a teacher for HW.
Yeah. Something has to happen.
When do we get our money, Daniel?
Aren't you a healer? And a vessel for the Holy Spirit? When are you coming over and make my son here again?
Let me bless the well this happened.
Daniel.
Oh, you hold the church of the third revelation. $5,000.
Oh my gosh. He's literally making him eat mud.
I'm gonna bury you underground.
Is this all because his son got hurt and can't hear anymore?
You are a stupid man, Abel. You let him in. And you are a stupid man for what we could have had. Do you think God is going to save you for being stupid? He doesn't save stupid people, Abel.
What is wrong with this man? How did he get in charge of the church? What kind of person is Eli? What the heck?
It was Paul who told him to come here.
Okay.
I know it.
A stupid father to a stupid son.
You are a horrible son. Listen, I don't care what your opinion is, Eli. Whether you feel like your father got taken advantage of. He did. That's not how you treat family, man. He didn't deserve to get beat up either, but...
I'm Henry Plainview. I'm from Fond du Lac.
Relative?
I'm your brother from another mother.
You gonna assume he's here for your money? For a handout? Maybe he is. I don't know. Maybe he's genuine, though. Maybe he just wants to connect with a long-lost brother that he just found out about or something.
Read about your gusher in the paper, about your success.
You just show up?
Our father's dead.
That's why he showed up.
Trying drilling a mound for years, getting leases and
Texas, Louisiana.
But obviously,
Anything that produced.
not much luck there.
So,
So, let's get down to it. Brass tacks.
what do you want, Henry?
I can work for you in any way. I know I'll keep moving before long to get back to Fond du Lac.
What you getting into, little buddy? Should you be reading that book, HW? Is this his journal?
Are you an angry man, Henry?
About what?
It's like, do I have something to worry about,
I don't
brother?
think so.
Says, I'm a self-made man and I don't want
I have a
anyone
competition in me.
to take it away. I
I want
believe.
no one else to succeed.
Huh.
I hate most people.
You know, I suspected he might feel that way.
I look at people and I see nothing worth liking.
That's a shame. I think most people have something worth caring about, worth investing in.
What will you do about your boy?
Yeah, I want to hear the answer to this, sir.
I don't know. Maybe it'll change. Has your sound come back to you? I don't know. Having you here gives me a second breath. I can't keep doing this on my own.
Yeah, I don't know what to make of that man. HW, what are you doing? I'm sorry, why is he setting a fire? Is he trying to kill his uncle and his father? Yeah, the house is gone. Man, this kid just tried to burn down this house. I don't know what the... I mean, probably successfully burned down this house. What the heck? I don't know what to think.
Just have to go and have a word with the conductor. You stay here. You understand?
I don't know why I'm so skeptical about everything everyone is doing. Right now, I'm just afraid that this man's going to abandon his son on the train. Like, maybe go and have a word with the conductor is his way of saying bye. I'm sure that's not the case. That's me making an unreasonable assumption. See, now you're walking away from the train. It's very disappointing.
How's your boy?
Thank you for asking.
How would he know?
Is this about buying out my tracks here?
We'll make you a millionaire while you're sitting here from 1 minute to the next.
What else would I do with myself?
Maybe he likes the work.
Take care of your son.
No, I don't think he's interested in that.
You just tell me how to run my family.
Yeah.
One night, I'm gonna come to you inside of your house, wherever you're sleeping, and I'm gonna cut your throat.
I kind of feel like he's just dropping all pretenses and revealing his real self.
Don't tell me about my son.
I'm not telling you anything. I'm asking you to be reasonable. If I've offended you, I apologize.
We'll see what I can do.
He's like, I'm going to prove myself. I'm going to do what you think I can't do. On one hand, I admire it. On the other, I'm terrified of him.
Why don't I own this?
That's the bandy track?
That's the guy.
He'd hoped to speak with you.
Ooh, that was a costly mistake. It's going to cost you so much more now.
Can't you just build a pipeline around this track?
No.
I'll talk to them, show you how it's done.
How big is his room?
Why are you sharing with another boy?
Who?
Well, at least he's following up with his son. Trying to stay informed, I guess.
You the son of William Bandy?
Grandson.
I want to talk with him about his property.
About what?
I believe I'll talk with him about that. And when will he be back?
A few days.
I'll be back in a week.
Is it wrong I'm still rooting for little HW and little Mary? Like someday in the future? To a happy life, happy marriage? Even if he can't hear? I don't know. Wow, what? They're making a statement. This is a good presentation.
Here's the Union Oil. 100 miles of pipeline and all the independent producers of this great station. Hey.
Welcome to the left coast. I've never been there.
We can eat and get some women.
Take him to the Peachtree Dams. I say get liquored up and take him to the Peachtree Dams.
Yeah.
They just seem so unhappy. What a transition. The wave, the music. You about to shoot your brother in the neck?
What's the name of the farm next to the hill house?
Oh no. You're suspecting he's not your brother? It's certainly possible.
I can't remember.
Who are you?
Oh boy.
I'll leave, Daniel. Just let me get up and go.
I guess him not recognizing the Peachtree Dance was a real indicator that he wasn't who he said he was.
We were friends for months.
How come he's not here?
And he wanted to make his way to you, Daniel. He died of tuberculosis.
Somebody call John Green.
And I just took his story. I'm your friend.
Yeah, but you lied to him.
I'm not trying to hurt you.
But you did. This is a case where I don't...
Just survive.
Intentions aren't what matters here. What you did was wrong. I don't think you deserve to be murdered over it, but what you did was wrong. Now this is... really your brother's diary. Hopefully you can take some comfort in that.
Who's it?
Oh, good morning.
I'm Bandy.
Oh, wow.
I'd like to lease your land.
I had asked for you to come and talk to me before.
My boy's been very sick.
This was before your boy got sick.
Although you were peddling that line back then. It just wasn't true then.
You would like to build a pipeline. God has told me what you must do. You should be washed in the blood of Jesus Christ.
Oh, but I am.
No, you're washed in the blood of the man pretending to be your brother. Sorry.
I'd like you to be part of our church. Be baptized. Be forgiven for this sin.
Listen, I think we all know if a man comes to Jesus just so you'll give him your land or sell him your land, it's not genuine conversion.
I shouldn't have drilling.
Does he know? Oh, yep.
Is there a sinner here looking for salvation?
No, he's looking for a pipeline.
A new member.
Do they not care that the only reason he's here is to make a bargain?
Daniel, are you a sinner?
Yes.
Oh, the Lord can hear you, Daniel. Say it to him. Go
Bro,
ahead.
he's trying to humiliate you, man.
You have abandoned your child. Your child that you raised. You have abandoned all because he was sick and you have sinned. Louder, Daniel. I am a sinner.
I am a sinner.
Can you imagine if everyone who decided to get saved had to stand up in front of the church and tell everybody all their sins?
I have abandoned my child. Say it. Say it.
What a jerk.
Louder. I've abandoned my child.
And I don't have any grace for that, but that is just the fact that this is wrong. Ah! Paul Dano's doing a great job here. So is Daniel Day-Lewis. I mean, they're both great in this.
Get out of here, devil! Out, devil! Out, sin!
What in the world? If I was in this church right now, trust me, I would be getting out of here so fast. I cannot. Psycho. This is a very effective assembly line. Very interesting shot too, just going from the very beginning where they're, banging on the metal, putting the pieces together, all the way out to their digging to, the family he's meeting here. Is this maybe a reunion with his son? Look, if you needed to send your son away for whatever reason, okay. You tell the boy. You don't just abandon him on a train. And at least you brought him home. That's good. Also, this has all been one very long shot. I mean, there's been so many great sequences in the film, but this is a great oneer. Yeah. I mean, I don't support children beating their parents, obviously, but he deserved a good slap. You get one, kid. Don't do it again. Disrespectful, but nice.
We're gonna have this teacher help you. He's gonna help take care of all of this.
I was gonna say, who's here?
Our standard offered us $1 million for the Middle Boston leases. I told H.M. Tilford where he could shove that. We made a deal with Union.
We needed the money to drill.
So interesting how he covered his mouth to yell that.
I told you not to tell me how to raise my family. You look like a fool, don't you, Tilford?
Not really. He doesn't. He wasn't trying to tell you how to raise your family. He was trying to give you the opportunity to spend more time with your son. And you took offense to it. That was what I saw. Oh, the teacher's working with his son. Is the teacher also going to work with Dad? And Mary's right there learning because she's a gem and a saint. I think they're going to have a very happy life together, but is Dad learning too? Wait, did we just jump forward in time to their wedding? Oh. I kind of freaking love that. 1927. Wow. That made me really happy. And of course, they have a nice little bowling alley in their house. He's not any happier. Age just makes you more of who you are. If you were unhappy in youth and you didn't learn how to find joy and find happiness, you just become more of what you are.
Can we be alone?
So didn't learn sign language. Got it, got it.
I'd prefer to speak to you in private.
You can't speak. So why don't you flap your hands about and have what's-his-name tell me where you've been?
Oh my gosh. Complete and total jerk. I want to use stronger language, but I don't use stronger language. But feel free to do so on my behalf.
I love you very much.
A credit to your character despite your father.
I'm leaving here.
Good.
I'm taking Mary and I'm going to Mexico for me to do my own drilling and start my own company.
Good for you.
This makes you my competitor.
So?
You've got something to say to me, then say it. I'd like to hear you speak instead of your little dog. Woof, 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 woof.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to Mexico with my wife. I'm going away from you.
That wasn't so hard, was it?
I think it was a very hard decision.
Killing us with what you're doing. Killing my image of you as my son.
That's your fault. That's your problem, not his.
You're not my son.
Screw this guy.
You never have been. You're an orphan.
Well, then who the heck is his father? Oh.
You're an orphan from a basket in the middle of the desert. And I took you for no other reason than I needed a sweet face to buy land.
Wow. Maybe that is the truth.
You have none of me in you.
At least he can't hear this anymore. Just a sad and pathetic old man. Lonely. You and your hatred of people, I think you're gonna die alone, sir. And I only kind of have compassion for you.
Mr. Daniel, you've got a visitor.
I've been spreading his word far and wide. And we have a chance to catch up. Such old friends. We've seen ups and downs, haven't we?
Yeah.
Are things down for you right now, Eli?
He's like, I'll get to the point.
Mr. Bandy has passed on to the Lord. I'm offering you to drill on one of the great undeveloped fields of Little Boston.
I'd be happy to work with you.
That's wonderful.
But there is one condition for this work. I'd like you to tell me that you are a false prophet.
Which I believe.
God is a superstition.
I don't agree that God is a superstition, but I think Daniel's putting on a crazy wild show.
It's a lie. I cannot say it. I would like a $100,000 signing bonus plus the $5 that is owed to me with interest.
That's only fair.
Yeah, he's going for it, man.
I am a false prophet, and God is a superstition.
He
If
actually-
that's what you believe, then I will say it.
He went
Say it
for
like
it.
you mean it.
Daniel.
Dang. I didn't expect him to say it.
I am a false prophet. God is a
Why don't you
superstition.
stand up?
Hey, remember how you humiliated him in front of your entire congregation?
Just imagine this is your church here, and
With gusto,
a full
man.
congregation. So
I am a false prophet. God
How
is
many
a
times?
superstition.
Those areas have been drilled.
All that for nothing.
It's called drainage, Eli. See, I own everything around it, so of course I get what's underneath it.
I'm in desperate times.
I know. Yeah. It was Paul who was chosen. He's the smart one. He knew what was there, and he found me.
Do we get to find out what came of Paul?
I paid him $10,000 cash in hand. Just like that. He has his own company now. 3 wells producing $5,000 a week. You're just the afterbirth, Eli.
Whoa. Really harsh words.
Drainage, Eli.
The slobber.
If you have a milkshake, and I have a straw, there it is. Across the room. And starts to drink your milkshake. I drink it up!
Don't bully me, Daniel.
I was say he's gonna do more than bully you.
I am who the Lord has.
Whoa, whoa, dance!
I'm smarter than you.
I'm your own
Holy
friend,
crap!
Daniel.
You were never friends, you idiot!
I am the third revelation.
Gosh. Oh, I was gonna say I'm worried Eli's gonna end up dead. This is seeming more and more likely. It's just a flesh wound, just a mild concussion. Mild, very mild. He spilled his milkshake. Are there gonna be any consequences for Daniel and his 2 murders? Or is he too rich for that?
Mr. Daniel? I'm finished.
We can see that. I hope that that's true in every sense. I was saying, is that actually the end of the movie? There's the blood. We finally found the blood. I forgot that that was the name of the movie. What in the world? Y'all, I was not prepared for the journey of this movie. Before I even take off my headphones and say anything else, my hat's off to Paul Dano. My hat's off to Daniel Day-Lewis. He did deserve that Oscar. 100%. Whew. Robert Elswit also deserves his Oscar for cinematography. Wow. There were so many incredible, not only shots, but full-on sequences in the movie that were just visually absolutely stunning, engaging, captivating. I really didn't know what I was getting myself into with this movie. I feel like this is the kind of movie that, like, the first time you watch it, you're really just taking it in. And, like, the second or third time, you can really start to appreciate it more, if that makes any sense. Knowing kind of the overarching of the story and kind of some of the characters where they end up, it kind of tweaks and twists and changes some scenes. It just is so interesting just watching the story unfold and watching Daniel, at the very beginning. I guess maybe I was kind of misled by him a little bit, right? I kind of bought into his whole father-son oil business act. I mean, it really, I think, was when he kind of took advantage of the Sunday family. When that was the first moment where I was like, oh, hang on. Yeah, there's a little bit of inauthenticity here. I guess I was a little bit questioning before that when they were quail hunting with him and his boy. But the moment he sat down and was like, let me be upfront with you and let me make it plain and then lie to you. All the interactions that he had with Eli were very, very interesting. And I'd be curious to know what different people from different backgrounds and different perspectives might think of Eli and his church and all of the sequences and interactions that he had with Daniel. I am a Christian. I'm a Christian background, and my thoughts and my views have shifted a little bit. Well, they've shifted a lot in a lot of ways, but I still hold firm to many of the tenets of faith. But It's been a long time since I've seen wild stuff in my day, make no mistake, but it's been a long time since I've seen something as wild as what what Eli Sunday was pulling at that church, man. Wild. Absolutely wild. Like, I can't process that. I do think he was a bit of a charlatan. Oof, that final scene and the resolution where he came, essentially, I mean, he was ready to sell out all of his values because he was so down and out there at the end, but it amounted to nothing, and he lost everything. I do think the parallels that were there, where Eli wanted to give a blessing, Daniel took it upon himself to give the blessing, right? There is a story in scripture where King Saul was waiting for Samuel, I believe it was Samuel, to come and give a blessing before the battle, and Samuel was delayed, and so Saul took it upon himself to give the blessing, which is something that he shouldn't have done, and it ultimately led to his downfall and his removal from kingship. It was after that when King David was appointed. Not super related to the movie necessarily, but I just find it interesting, the parallels of those two scenes, or that scene and that story. I don't know if I'm reading too much into it or not, but I thought it was interesting. And maybe my mind went to it even more so because Eli is another priest in scripture. But at any rate, yeah, it was interesting. He demanded his $5,000 that's owed to him with interest plus another $100,000 for what amounted to worthless land. And he was never going to get that money. But in a different way, he got what was coming to him. Even as I started to have questions or suspicions about Daniel, I never thought he would go so far as to like murder folks. So when he started talking to his fake brother about like hating most people, that was like, oh man, that just sounds so miserable. And I'm not surprised at all to see that he ended up old, alone, and miserable there at the end. And when he sent his son away, whether it was his real son or a son he found in a basket to help him make sales, like that's the sign of a horrible man, right? Like, oh, it's now inconvenient for me to take care of you, and so I'm going to just cast you aside and not even tell you that that's what's happening. Leave. I'm going to abandon you on a train. And yeah, the kid eventually came back, but I think that was only because he joined the church to get that pipeline access. And so he had to bring his son back to satiate the saints. I guess the one good note of this story is HW and Mary, they got hitched, moved to Mexico. So I love that. Meanwhile, Daniel killed at least 2 people. Do you think those are the only 2 people Daniel ever killed? I don't know. It just seemed like the pursuit of wealth in this movie just didn't actually make anybody very happy. And I'm not against wealth. I'm not against making money. I think obviously it's great to have money. But if you're depending on that wealth to bring you happiness, this movie is a great example that it is not the key to happiness. I personally just believe it's not about what you have in life. It's about who you have it with. Whether you have a little or you have a lot, you can be content, joyful, happy, and you can bring that joy and you can spread it to others. If you have wealth, all the better. But if you don't, I'd rather be happy than rich. That's just my 2 cents. I'd rather be both if we're choosing, but I'd rather be happy than rich. Anyway, I feel like I veered a little bit off topic, but the fact that like these thoughts are running through my mind, again, it just gives credence and upholds how good of a film this is. And I have a feeling when I get around to rewatching it, I'm going to like it even more. And so, yeah, tell me your thoughts on this film. I know this is I feel like I could sit down and probably write a ton. I could probably write a whole dissertation and really go deep into this film if I really were to sit down and think about it. I don't do that on these wrap-ups. I mean, I just kind of give my initial thoughts right after finishing the film. And that's just kind of what I prefer to do on my channel, right? I'm here to experience the movie and then just give like some initial thoughts. So you've had a lot of time to process this. Tell me all the details. Tell me your insights, your thoughts, your trivia. I want to hear from you in the comments. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe for more content, just like it. And here's another video that I'm sure you'll enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.